Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for March 25th, 2023 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. We had rain in the morning that delayed the start of the count. I got out around noon just as the rain was ending, and there were moderate to strong southeasterly winds, and as we got into the afternoon, those winds increased and shifted more around to the south, and we had some periods of rain showers that forced us to retreat to our cars. But there were a few points where the sun even tried to pop out. So kind of strange weather, especially with those strong southeasterly winds, which are a wind speed and direction we don't get a lot. Even with the strong winds, we still saw a pretty good number of birds. Here we have a double-crested cormorant. And cormorant numbers haven't really started to pick up yet. We're seeing a few here and there, but over the next few weeks, we'll start to see bigger and bigger flocks of them as they migrate through the area. One of the highlights of the day was this fox sparrow, the first one of the season, that was found by Roger and Linda when they went for a walk along the tree line to the left of the Hawk Watch. Here's a nice look at an adult bald eagle, and even with the strong winds, bald eagles are able to fly and stay steady. They handle the winds a lot better than some of the smaller raptors that we see. We're still seeing some migrating flocks of snow geese. Here's a group of about 50. And we had a couple hundred total for the day. While I was sheltering in my car in the afternoon, I spotted this juvenile Peregrine Falcon coming, and it made a pretty close pass. It was off to the left, crossing the field to the left of the Hawk Watch platform. And this is the fastest animal on the planet, so pretty impressive to see it zoom by just a few feet off of the ground. Here's the same bird, and we know that it's a juvenile because of the vertical streaking on the breast. Again, that's if the bird was perched up in front of you, it would be vertical streaking, whereas adult peregrine falcons have a horizontal barring. If we take a look at the eBird checklist, we see that today I had 48 species. And taking a look at the HawkCount report for our migrant raptor totals, today we had 54 turkey vultures, 1 bald eagle, 3 northern harriers, 2 Cooper's hawks, 1 red-tailed hawk, 2 merlins, and 1 peregrine falcon, for a total of 64 migrating raptors. If we look at the non-raptor highlights, in addition to the snow geese, we had about 800 Canada geese. We had 4 dark-winged scoters, so that means either surf or black scoters, but they were too distant to identify to species. That's in contrast to white-winged scoters, which is the normal scoter species that we see. We had 14 killdeer, including a group of 7. We had 2 Bonaparte's gulls, so it seems like the past couple days we're seeing a small number of Bonaparte's gulls every day, and over the next few weeks we'll start to see larger flocks of them passing through. There were 2 immature great black-backed gulls over by the marina. And we had 15 tree swallows today, which is the highest total that we've had so far this season for those. The only new species for the season was the fox sparrow. And taking a look at the forecast, tomorrow's looking kind of interesting. You can see that I wrote a lot. Overnight tonight, the winds are shifting south and then southwest. And then by the morning, the winds are going to be strong out of the west-southwest. And sometime by late morning or midday, it's shifting more directly west. So that can be a decent wind for us. My only concern would be that we don't have that southwest component. It's going westerly on us, so slightly less favorable. And those winds are also a bit on the stronger side, so it makes it a little bit uncomfortable as a hawk watcher because you're getting battered around by the wind. As far as the speed for the birds, I think if it stays around 20 miles per hour, then we should still have a decent flight of things like turkey vultures and eagles, maybe even red tails. And you might even see some of the smaller stuff trying to push through on the strong winds as well. So I had been a little bit pessimistic about this day, but now that we're closer, I'm a little bit more optimistic and hopeful that we'll end up with a somewhat decent day, especially since it seems like we'll have some sunshine. So it's hard to predict, but right now I'm leaning towards it actually being a fairly decent day. And with the southerly winds overnight, there could be a lot of non-raptors moving as well, so it could be interesting to get out early in the morning, especially with the winds being easterly today. We'll have to see if that brought in anything from the Atlantic coast and blew it in our direction. So maybe a rarity will pop up tomorrow as well. Monday's looking cloudy with a high in the upper 30s and light northerly winds. would only expect light migration. And Tuesday is looking almost identical, so again, expect light migration. All right, the weather's been a little bit goofy lately, including today, and it looks like tomorrow should be another interesting day with strong westerly winds, and we'll have to see what happens. So I hope to see you sometime soon out at the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. From Lego Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.